It's just that they also got accompanied by a big wave dash change. It's not just character changes, of course, it's system changes. The wave dash change, which just has made Wave Shine an absolutely infernal tool to get to Great City. But we're not here to talk about Zerban right now, buddy. We're here to talk about two Loxodonts, a Crag, and a little fleet who is finding herself really out of place as we get into game one of DonCascone and Genarog versus kohza and Flamberik.
And honestly, it's no surprise for DonCascone and Genarog being here. Very good double teammates, very good synergy. You know how much these guys play together and against each other. But I do want to talk about Flamberik and kohza. I think these two, very good. Probably two of the best in Spain, maybe top two. Maybe Shine Sands in there somewhere. But very good Spanish people, of course. And I do think these guys could cause some trouble for DonCascone and Genarog.
Yeah, currently though, DonCascone and Genarog look very comfortable, don't they? Incredible start. They just get rid of two stocks, and I think it's a little bit of an SD from Flamberik, honestly, or maybe he was pushed too far. But either way, there's a very early stock, so they're going to have to answer back swiftly.
Okay, we're going to see how these guys kind of get on. Of course, going on Goda, the new Goda of this patch, of course, with the last one at the top being a little bit smaller, so people will actually die now. So yeah, it's quite significant, I would say that.
Yeah. Like, honestly, the stage has become, I think, from a counter pick for floaty characters, right? Because they die so off the top to maybe one of their less favourite stages, because honestly, the ceiling has changed so massively. I feel like they really want to revamp it and change it into a fully neutral stage. And I think they've succeeded, honestly.
Yeah, you're completely right. Of course, having to avoid shards right there is the grab. You can see Genarog and DonCascone kind of set up something nasty in that corner. Both of them kind of escaping, and again, Flamberik kind of flying off the stage yet again. The Spanish team are definitely finding some troubles with the Italian Stallions right now.
Yeah, for sure. Heavies are a bit of a mixed bag when it comes to doubles, because like, yeah, you're gonna live for longer like normal, unless you get shield broken though. Genarog tried to save him, but he only needs an F smash from Crag. But yeah, you eat a lot of percent though, very quickly, so you end up actually getting up to kill percent, essentially as quickly as your peers, if not quicker, which can lead to some very, very early kills and actually face not really being in your favour, depending on how the other side play it. Of course, Genarog and DonCascone are playing this so well. Flamberik flying up to the sky at 107 on his last stock. kohza is also off stage at 177. This is getting a bit rough. Spike on Flamberik, doesn't quite die. Genarog finally loses his first stock, but I want to repeat, first stock. That's right now, they're in such a big lead. Hold on.
Italian Stallions for a reason, dude. I feel like this team, this blue team, are very, very good stage control-wise. They just have a really good grasp on it. You're seeing a lot of the time both the Reds are finding it very hard to kind of come into this wall the Italians are kind of putting up, and obviously even getting any damage. Like you just said, Genarog just lost their first stock. That's it. Meanwhile, the Spanish have been struggling to actually claim their own. So very big contrast in how these guys are playing.
Yeah, they're kind of dividing the two blue teams really well right now. They're getting combos on the other side of the stage. Unfortunately, though, one rogue kill move is going to take it with 199%, even if it's dragged, and therefore it is a pretty uneven game. We've got one soccer piece on the blue team that's comebackable, honestly, but a fresh stock on Genarog is not what you want to see. This guy's so good at the Loxodon matchup. I think DonCascone to SD right now, and it would still be a really rough situation for Flamberik. He's trying to recover at the moment, gets covered by a get-up attack, and yeah, they're just going to have every single base covered at this stage. Look at it, it's inescapable.
My favorite was actually Don just charging Magpie in the corner, because it's like, you know what, I'll let Genarog fly out there and get their edge guards and whatever, because as long as you get past that, I'm right here with level 3 ready, you know what I mean? So having things like that in your arsenal for a 2v1 situation is extremely scary.
Indeed it is, and yeah, that's a convincing first game going over to DonCascone and Genarog, who get counterpicked to Tempest Peak. Not sure I'm a fan of this, honestly. Fleets love this stage. Genarog counterpicks people at this stage 24/7. I think it's his premier pick rather than and like Loxodon is completely fine on it. Yes, it's an altered version where of course there's a little bit more space to move around with, but the platforms have the same issue where they go really low to the ground and really high. And I believe the blast settings are very similar as well. Maybe that's bigger side blast. The stage does look quite nice. But all the same, Fleet and Loxodon have the exact same advantages that they usually have for the most part. And so, yes, it's a great stage for Flamberik. It's a fine stage for kohza. But
I feel like picking this stage against Genarog and Don is kind of ill-advised for me, because, like you said about the platforms going up and down, right? I've just talked about in the first game how much stage control you're kind of just gifting to blue teams. So to have a stage that gives the platforms going up and down as well, you're just limiting yourself with that even more and more. So I would be very surprised to see the Spanish team win this game, but I've definitely been proven wrong before. Might be another time here, so we'll see if they can do anything. But at the moment, pretty good start for blue team, I'd say.
DonCascone caught a lot of percent, so he's still at risk of dying, but so is Flamberik because Genarog doesn't miss out on those combos off the side of the stage. And there's a charge down smash on kohza as well, who DIs it just to live. Just about survived, still off stage against Genarog. It's still a rogue position here, but he makes out with the use of the platforms, and maybe that's a reason for picking it. It does give you a fair few recovery mix-ups, and Genarog is fantastic at edge-guarding both these characters, and so is Don. So I'm seeing a little bit more of the methodology from him. Stage picks don't even determine if you win or not, but you know, like there's some method to that.
It just seems like the way that blue team is playing is like, you know what, Don, I'm playing super grounded to the center. If I need my parries on all these buttons, I can do that. And Genarog is right there in the air, flying around, and you're kind of just cleaning up stock. You know what I mean? They're on cleanup. Sure.
Yes. Yeah, and it's so easy to rack up percent as well when you've got a lot of big axe around. There's some damage every single hit. And with the floor hole changes as well, you want to hold down and doubles a good amount because you don't want to be lifted into some crazy team combos, right? But it's risky, man. You're taking 25% more on every hit now. And Genarog is taking a massive hit himself. The shield break leading to an up smash dying at like 75% even on Tempest. That's crazy. And that's just what
by the way, full charge on low light. That's going to be a good time for the girl, but either way, has to work on the next stock and actually trying to go for the suicide. Only the one taking their one, so they're not going to be happy about that, losing that stock, but still able to get that stock on Flamberik, and now kohza is by himself against these two. Once again, this is going to be very scary. No pillar left, and yet nowhere to go. It's looking terrible.
Ah, man, Tempest peak, man. Don't know how I felt about it. Like, they got a lot of shield breaks as well that game, by the way. It's not like the red team was struggling for opportunities, for chances, but like it just didn't matter because blue team were making the most of the stage. I felt a bit more, but they're getting cower picked there again. We're going back. They do not think that Storm Sweat Pillar was the problem. They think it was their gameplay, and that could be fair enough, to be honest.
Do you want to know the methodology behind that pick? Because again, I do feel like stage control is kind of what you want to claim against a team like Don and Genarog, so to kind of just give it back to them is like very, very baffling. So maybe they know something we don't. I think kind of kohza hasn't really been able to get kind of any of his kind of agency himself in this game plan. It's kind of been him just kind of following where Flamberik's going. Both of them kind of riding it out to the blast on themselves. Haven't been able to do them something themselves. Which is kind of the issue. Again, if there's no stage control, you're just gifting Don and Genarog kind of like, you know, like around like a little playground, and they're definitely having some fun.
They're having a great time right now until now, right? Because DonCascone is eating some 100%. He's got full stacks of magma, so he's not in a bad position by any means, but 113 is where you're going to start seeing some like rogue smash attacks on the frag especially. Start taking stocks, and it's very easy to find yourself in these precarious situations at the side of the ledge with a fair, and that's a very early stock, yeah.
I like it. Going high as well, so the pillar gets out of the way of the rock, sets up his rock of his own. There's the grab, up throw. Wants something though, and again the side piece push away, some little damage does help on Don, of course, with the heavier guy. You want to put as much damage on the big guy as possible, so yeah, he dies for a while.
I do want to highlight the throw of choice from DonCascone right now. In my opinion, that launches for essentially two throws in this game. One is down throw because you actually get a very free combo on it as long as you time it well. But the other is F throw because it has this killing hitbox, of course, which is also just an active hitbox that you can hit anyone with. So someone that tries to challenge a lot of throwing can often find the wrong side of his axe and die really early if they're not expecting it.
I think having good awareness of what throws to use in that situation, even if not to combo, but just like you said, have a hitbox all around you, stop people kind of interrupting your grab as well, can really help a lot of the time. You're seeing all these bodies flying right now. It just seems to be Genarog again surviving. They need to stop tank again. If you just let DonCascone kind of get their grounded energy across the stage, do their thing, do their damage, Genarog is on cleanup duty every time. And they're not missing the aisle.
Yeah. And DonCascone is pretty down to trade 1-for-1 as well, it seems, with up Bs. Like, he often isn't up being to the stage, but he's actually up being just to kill Flamberik, just to release some stocks when he knows that his team has to stop lead, because you're essentially like trading upwards, you're maintaining a lead, especially if you're at a percent deficit. So it's an interesting method that seems to be paying off quite nice for the blue team. But DonCascone has taken a bit too many risks, actually. He loses that stock really quickly after that SD, and is forced Genarog to share a stock, and that means that we're actually one stock apiece. Flamberik is still the person with all the percent on him. Blue team both look very fresh. kohza's getting started on DonCascone. They're sending him to the other side of the stage. This is a bit of percent racking up right now, and kohza's trying to continue. But Genarog is pressuring Flamberik, and Fabs is looking a little bit risky.
talks about clean up Jude right now, and at the moment, Flamberik is that stain that just won't go, Jude. He won't go. Oh, we need some bang, we need some something to clean it up. At the moment, Flamberik doing a good job of surviving, and of course, that's what you need as a heavy, right? You need to have that survivability on deck. Flamberik doing a good job of kind of showcasing that, letting kohza actually have some agency finally in this set. No disrespect, trying to get something for Genarog, trying to clean up something, and it's DonCascone of all everybody to lose the first stock. Wow.
Yeah, that's a rough game for Don, man. He took a stock and still died before Genarog just because he was eating so much damage from both the red team, but especially I want to highlight kohza, like you said, had some real agency there, was getting some really nice combos and just eventually made it so easy to clean up. And now Genarog has to fight 1 versus 2. They're both high percent, but so is Genarog. Any big hit could get rid of this fleet. Doesn't find a nair off that fair, but he's still getting pressure out on the side.
As usual, I would rather have the 2v1 character just because the projectiles can kind of cover you a little bit as well.
Yeah.
You can kind of play a pseudo 2v2 with the projectiles kind of following you around as long as they don't parry. But there's a side B, no tech available. You're just gone. 2-1. Set's not over. You got some fight back. Finally.
Set is not over. Red team finally making their mark on Storm Sweat Pillar. It worked out for them in the end. I want to say they kind of just played that better, to be honest. But
yeah.
It seems like both players, or both teams, sorry, are opting for similar stages because we're going straight to Ho Dojo, the smallest stage in doubles.
I don't know how you can have, what, 3 heavies on this stage and kind of see where you are. It's going to be very hard kind of slipping through the cracks of these guys. No pun intended, to see how you can kind of fight either way. It's going to be very hard for Genarog, I would say, to kind of maneuver around with all the kind of flying around. So we'll see what Genarog can do. At the moment, blue team getting a couple of parries, see if they can get anything, but kohza is taking a bit too much damage to start.
Yeah, lots of percent on this crack straight away, like you said. This is the interesting about the stage, right? Like, lots of us love this stage. General's actually like quite partial to it as well, but still, right? There's so many hitboxes around, and how do you avoid everything, and how do you not eat a rogue S-Smash to the face at like 60% and die? Well, you do it with impeccable control and impeccable gameplay as Genarog gets rid of kohza's first stock, and DonCascone follows with Flamberik's, and just look at the percent low racking on, and look at the way they control the space. Somehow, on the Ho Dojo of all stages, they have locked them in the corner, like keep them separated or keep them together in the corner together, and just rack on the damage because this stage is so good for combos. Although there you go, that's
a very good start, by the way. To get Genarog's first stop immediately before Don is very good. We've seen so far of the set. All 3 games so far, Genarog has been that stock tank, right? So if you can kind of get rid of him straight away, you're forcing Don in a bad position again, seeing his losing stock as well. It might be even on stock count, but of course the percent-wise is a different story. And kohza again, not getting really chance to play too much. He's kind of getting locked out yet again by blue team.
114. You do not want to see those numbers as Crag. That's not what you want to lose your stock with, man. And he's already at 70. He's already more than halfway there to that kill percent. And he's not been. I think he died around like 130 first stock, so he's not really been hanging on at all right now. You're saying kohza's got no agency. I agree with you. And neither does Flamberik as he falls prey to a down air from Genarog, who gets another edge guard and kohza's dead at even earlier percent. Oh, and Flamberik just gives up. He just gives up.
Wow. He said, you know what? You guys got it. Like, you guys, what can I do? You know, what can I really do?
Two stocks apiece. Look how healthy Genarog is there, man. Like, it's too much work. It's too much effort.